On the off chance that you don't follow me on my gaming channel or on Twitch or on Twitter, and by the way, you should do all those things. They're highly recommended. They get the Kev seal of approval. But just in case you don't follow me on any of those things, last night, 6 minutes into my Football Manager Twitch stream, this happened. How's the saving going, Kev? What just happened? And before you all get too excited, it turns out it was a donation made in error. Over the course of the next half hour, maybe even up to 40 minutes, we were going back and forth with the person who was trying to donate the money. Basically, what happened was, I don't know if I'm going to get my keyboard up high enough. Yeah, there we go. This is a computer keyboard. Musharraf, the person who made the donation, was trying to donate £11 and 11p, so it would have been 11.11, and what he did by mistake was 11011, because as you can see, the 0 is next to the dot. So he's there quickly trying to do £11 11p, and by a slip of a finger on the keyboard managed to do £11,011 as a PayPal donation to some random guy playing a football game on the internet who he'd never met before. Luckily for him, I'm not a scumbag, so once it became apparent that it was a mistake, it was all about trying to get him the money back. The reason it didn't go straight back is because, as you may or may not know, when PayPal do these transactions, they take a processing fee, and the processing fee for a transaction of £11,000 is £375. And we just had to, we did a lot of research, a lot of back and forth, a lot of checking out with PayPal and with various other people as a group. This is all while the stream is still going on, and that stream is still available to watch on a Twitch replay if you want to go back and see the whole story unfold in detail, or there's a highlights video over on the game channel that I put out this morning. But yeah, we had to figure out, A, if the £375 fee was going to be paid, or if PayPal would refund it, and B, if we had to fund it ourselves, how on earth were we going to do that? Because I don't have £375 to correct a mistake, but at the same time it wouldn't be fair for him to have to find the £375 to correct the mistake as well. I think ultimately I probably would have eaten the cost, but I would have been very, very unhappy about it, and it would have led to a lot of thinking about whether streaming and accepting donations on Twitch were the right way to go. But luckily, PayPal, as I refunded the money, they refunded the fee, and he got his full £11,011 back. So everybody wins. But goodness me, my blood pressure. If you've had a chance to go back and watch the highlight video or the full replay thing, just I don't think I'm going to make it onto one of these Twitch donation fail compilations, because I didn't have the massive overreaction. There wasn't really a moment where I genuinely thought it might be real. Almost like as it came in, I sat there just silent for 5, maybe 10 seconds, just staring, trying to process what I'd just seen, make sure I'd seen it right. What you can't see on the stream is that what I'm doing then as well is flicking over into the Streamlabs software that manages all the donations, just to see if what I'd read on the screen was right, because it came up on the screen, but it's only up there for like 3 or 4 seconds, and I had to go and double check and reread the thing. And it really was real, but my reaction was never, yes, 11 grand, I'm sorted, I'm made for life. Straight away it was, right, this must be some kind of mistake. And what I'm thinking immediately is, it's like I'm in a cartoon. I've got one of those, I've got the devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other shoulder, and the devil's there going, this is it, we've struck it big, take the money and run, let's go to Mexico. And he's having his own little private celebration, but the louder voice is the little angel lady who's saying, obviously that's a mistake. This isn't someone who's just turned up in the stream for the first time, so it's not a con, because Musharraf has been in the stream loads of times. He's made lots of donations before. He's not there to do a chargeback scam or a chargeback prank or whatever these things that appear on, you see on YouTube are, so it's not that. But at the same time, his donations in the past have never been remotely close to the amount of this donation, so it couldn't have been deliberate. It must have been some kind of mistake, and I just felt awful for the guy But at the same time, I'm human. I'm thinking, what on earth do I do? How do I sort this? Is it as simple as just refunding it? I mean, what I've found out since is that I've now got to go through some registration processes and provide PayPal with a load of tax details, because once you've taken in over a certain threshold of money on PayPal, you have to go up to the next level on PayPal, and that took me over the threshold. My PayPal account in its lifetime now has had over $20,000 pass through it. But 15,000 of those dollars were the other night with this one donation, and obviously it went straight back, but it still triggered this thing on PayPal. So at the moment, my PayPal, I can't take money out of PayPal. I've got to go through this next step anyway. So it's caused a little bit of a problem there, which I didn't anticipate. But what I did, I immediately thought, what about the fee? If I've got to give this back, what on earth are we going to do about the fee? Because I've seen these scam things that are on YouTube. I'd heard the stories about people going into streams, making massive donations, and then charging them back to their credit card. And when you do it that way, that's when the streamer is left with having to face the PayPal fee if it goes as a chargeback through the credit card company. Luckily, what we found out eventually, and PayPal should really publicise this more because this is good on PayPal's part, if the donator and the recipient on PayPal both agree, and it's settled in the same way as like an eBay resolution thing would be. If we both agree to do a refund and the money goes back, then the fee goes back as well, and PayPal don't take a cut. So PayPal, make a song and dance about that. That's a really attractive reason to use you rather than accepting credit card payments on my Twitch. It's actually made me think maybe I need to turn off credit card payments, because at the moment I take PayPal and credit card. Luckily this was through PayPal. If it had been through a credit card, I don't think it would have been as simple a resolution, because the credit card processing fee isn't charged by the credit card company, it would be charged by Streamlabs or whoever their merchant service thing is. They take their like 2.9% fee or whatever it is. It's the reason you can't go into a corner shop and use your bank card without spending over a fiver, because they have to pay a certain fee, and that fee isn't charged by the credit card company. So even if the credit card company then got the money back, the processing fee, the processing has still happened. And I think if it had been done on a credit card, I could have found myself eating hundreds of pounds worth of fee and having no way to do anything about it. So even thinking about it now, I'm thinking, well, perhaps I need to remove the option to do credit card donations just as a safeguarding thing against something like this happening again and not being lucky enough for it to happen through PayPal. But then on the flip side of that, I think I'm not sure a credit card company would have authorised it in the first place. My credit card company certainly wouldn't. Even if I had 11 grand sat there in my account, which I don't, but if I did, I don't think they would have authorised it. I think I would have got a phone call, it would have stopped my card. We had the thing a little, I don't even remember if I talked about it on the vlog, I think I must have done, where I had the guy who used my credit card and went around loads of motels in America and bought some pretty underwear and basically cleaned out my bank account earlier this year. But my bank had put a stop to that before they got I mean, they didn't even spend $1,000 before the bank just stopped it and contacted me to check if it was legit. I'd like to think if I tried to do 11 grand in one go, the bank would say, hold on a minute, we're going to decline it, we're going to ring you, and then if it's fine, we'll let you put the transaction through again and we'll explain all that on the phone. And I think a credit card company would act in that way, whereas PayPal apparently has no rules about that, which is baffling. PayPal will just let you send 11 grand to someone, presumably, and obviously I didn't see the other side of the screen, but presumably without even checking if that's what you want to do. It should do just like a big flashing thing on the screen. Yeah, this is much more than you usually send. Are you sure this is the right amount? Just read it again just to be sure. But it doesn't seem that's what's happened. He's just done a typo, hit submit, didn't even realise it was wrong until it flashed up on my screen. Which, again, if I didn't have those donation alerts on the screen, he might have never found out about it. I might have not seen it until after the stream. He might not have noticed, and then we'd have been in a whole heap of mess. So, luckily, it all got resolved. It has been a really stressful 12 hours. I didn't get much sleep last night. Just worrying that there'd be some repercussions to it. It looks like there probably isn't, but oh, wow. It was stressful. Anyone who was there, I'm sure you enjoyed it. I'm sure it was excellent entertainment value, but oh, I hope if I ever get a donation anywhere near that size again, I just hope it's a legit one that I don't have to stress about. And yeah, my blood pressure can't handle too many more nights like last night. Thanks for watching.